There are many beautiful places in the world that you can visit without any worries. However, there are also places so terrifying and dangerous that it's better to stay far away from them. In this video, we'll take a look at some of the scariest places on Earth. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hype this video to stay safe. The first place I'll tell you about is Skinwalker Ranch in Utah. The history of this place goes back to the time when white settlers first began moving to Utah. For the Native Americans, this land was considered haunted, and they stayed away from it. However, the white settlers ignored their warnings and built a ranch there. Over time, they began to experience supernatural phenomena and encountered strange beings, which eventually forced them to leave. Many years later, one scientist decided to study this place, and what he discovered was truly terrifying. Let's watch the video together.
Did you know a rocket scientist documented proof of impossible phenomena that the government still can't explain? In 2020, Dr. Travis Taylor arrived at Skinwalker Ranch in Utah as lead scientist. This wasn't just any researcher. He was a rocket engineer and physicist brought in to study decades of unexplained events. Then in March 2021, security cameras captured something shocking. An unidentified object moving at impossible speeds directly above the ranch, defying all known physics.
Besties, if I ever saw something like that, I'd run out of there as fast as I could. I honestly admire that guy's courage.
Taylor's team began finding electromagnetic readings that made no sense, cattle with surgical precision cuts, and dangerous radiation spikes in specific locations. Ground radar revealed massive metallic structures buried deep underground. But the most disturbing incident happened when a ranch hand touched a metal fragment. Within hours, severe burns appeared across his skin as radiation sickness took hold.
Ouch, that must have really hurt. I really feel bad for that guy. But seriously, what was he thinking touching weird metal objects? Everyone knows if something looks strange, it's better not to mess with it.
His condition deteriorated rapidly, but the next morning, the fragment had completely vanished from their secured laboratory. No one could explain how it disappeared. Taylor's scientific documentation validated what locals had whispered about for decades. The government's interest in this property suddenly made perfect sense.
The story behind this place is incredibly scary. I literally got chills after watching it. But that's not all I have to show you about this location. Some time ago, another group of researchers decided to visit the site, and what they saw was even more terrifying. See for yourselves in the video.
The story goes that the crew that is investigating the Skinwalker Ranch right now set up a trail cam one night before they went to bed. Well, about an hour after they laid down, all of their phones started going off, each of them getting a notification that something just walked into the trail cam view. Well, they go to check it out, and this is what they see. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this is some of the best imagery I've ever seen of a skinwalker.
Besties, if I saw something like that in the middle of the night, I'd probably pee myself from fear or have a heart attack. What a horrible and terrifying creature. And why do these people even want to explore that place knowing it could be dangerous for them?
I'd like you to take a look at their hands. Long, fingers, pointy. They look like absolute killers. I could not imagine running into one of these things in the wild. Not only are they on all fours, but they look tall. These beings are long and lanky, fast, and they're feral.
What we just saw is truly terrifying. I don't think I'll be able to sleep tonight after that. Still, there were some brave people who came to this place to investigate it on their own. Some of them disappeared without a trace, while others managed to capture what's happening there on camera. Let's watch the video together. Well, this recording doesn't have any sound, but we can easily imagine the fear of the person who filmed it since, as we can see, they froze completely in terror. It's unknown who recorded this footage or when it was taken. Another visitor found an old camera at the site, and after charging it, discovered that it still worked and this exact recording was on it. But that's still not all. I found another more recent video from this place. Take a look for yourselves. Besties, this place is seriously terrifying and extremely dangerous. If you're ever in Utah, stay far away from it. Something bad could happen to you. The next place I'm going to show you is called Waverly Hills Sanatorium, located in the state of Kentucky. Truly horrific things happened there. Back when this place was still operating, effective treatment methods weren't yet known, so doctors performed procedures that caused patients unimaginable suffering. Today, it's considered one of the most haunted places in the world. Let's watch a video about it together.
This is the most haunted place on Earth. Located in Louisville, Kentucky, Waverly Hills Sanatorium opened in 1910 and was used to treat patients with tuberculosis. Unfortunately, since this was before there was an effective way to cure the disease, over 6,000 people would die inside Waverly Hills. And some of the treatments they would receive were downright horrific. To help patients breathe, balloons were inflated inside their lungs, and in extreme cases, muscles and ribs would even be removed.
Guys, I honestly feel so bad for the people who ended up there. I can't even imagine how much they must have suffered.
After an effective treatment was created, Waverly Hills would close its doors in 1961. With all that death and suffering, it's no surprise it's one of the most active paranormal locations in America. Visitors report disembodied voices, slamming doors, and even objects being thrown. One of the most well-known spirits is that of a boy named Timmy, who's said to play with balls that visitors bring him. Room 502 is where a nurse allegedly hung herself. Her ghost is said to appear in the doorway or cry when no one's there. But somehow, it gets even worse. Below the building lies the body chute, a dark underground tunnel once used to remove corpses from the property in a discreet manner. Today, visitors report shadow figures, voices, and the eerie feeling of being watched.
The history of this place is also really terrifying, maybe even scarier than the previous one. A lot of people suffered there because medicine back then wasn't as advanced as it is today. The next place I'm going to show you is the Diplomat Hotel in the Philippines. It's a place with a tragic history that's now considered haunted. It was originally a retreat house for monks and nuns from the Catholic Dominican order in the Philippines. However, during the Japanese occupation, the monks and nuns were massacred by the Japanese army, and according to reports, their spirits still haunt the place to this day. Let's watch a video about it together.
Let's talk about the Diplomat Hotel. The Diplomat Hotel, a well-known haunted location in the Philippines, often considered one of the scariest places in the country. There are reports of priests and nuns meeting tragic ends in the past. It is believed that the hotel is haunted by souls who have not found peace, especially those who perished at the hands of the Japanese military during their occupation of the Philippines. The hotel's previous owner, who converted it from a former Dominican vacation house, also passed away suddenly. Despite its haunted reputation, the Diplomat Hotel is now government-owned and a popular tourist destination. However, it is said to close to the public at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, a time when spirits are believed to manifest themselves.
Besties, what happened to those monks is truly horrifying. They dedicated their entire lives to helping the local community. And in the end, they were murdered by the Japanese forces during the occupation for absolutely no reason. The next video I'm going to show you comes from a hospital in the city of Guadalajara, Mexico, and was recorded in one of the public hospitals there. In the footage, you can see two doctors who were taking care of patients at night and joking around during a break from work. However, at one point, something happened that wiped the smiles off their faces. Take a look at the video.
No mames.
Did you see that, besties? Some kind of black, scary figure walked past the door.
¿Qué? Pasó algo. ¿Qué pasó? No mames. A ver, ven. No mames, pasó algo, te lo juro que pasó algo, ¿eh? Se mueve. Vete a la verga. Yo no voy.
Besties, what we just saw is honestly terrifying. At first, we saw a black figure moving in another hospital room. But when the doctors went in, there was no one there and things started moving on their own. One of the nurses was so scared that she ran away. The video was recorded 17 years ago, which means it's older than me and back then. Adding special effects wasn't common, it was something only big film studios could do. So we can consider the video authentic. And the figure you saw was most likely the spirit of someone who died in that hospital. Guys, that's the end of this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment what you think about all of this. See you besties in the next videos. Goodbye besties.